Everything was just simply basic. Those of you that have lived through those times know what I mean. It was cold, it was basic, it was getting on with things. Materialism was an unknown word, phrase. Just wasn't there. Get your food on tick until payday. Aye, brown envelopes with money in them. Delivered to the workplace. Pounds and pennies over the counter. They were the days. But what has happened? There has been an increase in materialism and egotism and all the devilish isms. And what has God sent to the world? Because it has departed from the basic life. Strong delusion. Do you know, my parents were not in any wise observant of the Word of God, but on a seventh day, a Sunday as they say, we weren't allowed to go out of the house. And in the village that we lived, nobody went out. Everything was shut. There was an observance that that was a day of rest. That was a day of rest. See, these basic things, like opening doors, like being good-mannered, respectful, honest, true, gentlemen and ladies, all that's gone. All that has gone. Does that not signify, pardon me, does that not signify something? Doesn't it signify that we're drawing to a close? That this world is drawing to a close. The media and governments have gone rampant. Now, we do have the exceptions because that's life. Okay, we do have the Donald Trumps of this world, and by heck, has he not put a cat amongst the pigeons? Love him or hate him, he has certainly dealt with the child molesters, child buggers, child traffickers, that specific evil. Okay, so there are all these exceptions, but as a whole, the world has gone completely, absolutely mad. Mad. You've got fake news everywhere and people are believing it. We had a building, for instance, in Manchester that was supposedly blown up. Manchester Arena. It did nothing of the sort. It was in perfect, pristine, begging condition. But try and tell people, oof, never. They'll be at your throats. Because God has sent them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. Now, by the way, when I say it was in pristine condition, I visited that place. Because I'm not so far down the road. It's very easy to get there. Visited on a weekly basis. There was no workmen, no white vans, no skips, no rubbish, no dirt, nothing going on. So I approached the Manchester Evening News. They wouldn't answer me. I simply asked them, tell me something. Amongst other, I actually posed questions, but I said amongst the questions, specific questions, why is it that you've not sent a reporter down to interview the tradesmen on site? Because that would have increased your circulation, therefore your income would have increased. Why didn't you do that? They couldn't answer. I said, right, the answer is because you know there's nothing down there, because you know it's a lie that no explosion went off. If it did, you'd be down there making money whilst the sun shined. Or you'd be down there, and the rest of the media. You're not alone. The rest of the media abandoned it. It was just simply a story. You very well knew that there was no workmen on site. Nothing to be seen on site. Because it was a simple story, and the people believed it. Wanted to believe it because they don't want the truth. And this is the age, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, that this age doesn't want to know the truth anymore. It's moved from post-war, so-called, that scene of the cold pavement of life, okay, when things were basic, being basic. No Sunday trading, no going out on a Sunday for the vast majority. Observance of truth, observance of good manners, observance of decent behaviour. Not 100%, but predominant. Predominant. Look at it now. It's like a drug-fueled generation. And so it is that God has sent the world, through the media specifically, an increase in a strong delusion that they should believe a lie. And the media has gone absolutely wild because of this. When we say wild, it can't get enough of the lies. And of course, the more lies is more theatre, more delusion, more money that they make. We're living in a day that if you've got one of these things in the corner, or you've got a radio, whatever, and the media's pushing out this stuff, it's lies. It's one lie after another lie. You can go on from Columbine to Sandy Hook to Black Knight Cinema, Virginia Tech, Nightclub Pulse, and so on, and Columbine. Germany, where they supposedly knock down these people and then shoot some people, and go into France, Nice, the Bataclan. The whole lot is deception. It's gone wild. Absolutely wild. Totally wild. Because we're coming clearly, if not there, to the 12th hour, the midnight hour of this world. The closing of this world. Look at the state of this world. Look at the knuckle draggers, as they say. People going along, and they'll believe anything. Believe anything, but they don't want the truth. They have made their determination that they will not believe the truth. And it has got to a certain stage with an awful lot of people, multitudes indeed, that when they make a mistake, they don't actually see that they've made a mistake. It's you that made the mistake. If you're going along in your car and somebody cuts you up and bangs into your car, they'll get out and they'll say, why did you run into my car? Hang on a minute, you ran into mine. No, I didn't. Well, yes, you did. I've got it on footage. I've got a camera in my car. I've got it on footage. I'll show you. You show them the footage, they'll still deny it. What a mindset. And nobody takes responsibility in this world for their actions. So it's just gone absolutely unruly, iniquitous. How many times have we come to a shop, we're going to go in, somebody's in front of us, they open the door and they just walk on. Hold on, you should be holding it up for me. I always hold it for the person behind. I'm conscious of the person behind. I look to see if there's a person behind, because it's good manners. But you see, people are so self-absorbed with themselves. Get on a train. How often do you get on a train and someone will stand in front of you as you're standing in the doorway? And you've got to say, excuse me. And they're just standing there like morons. This is the state, the mind of the people. And you begin to think, why? You go into an open air restaurant and look at the filth. It's like a bunch of animals have been in there. They're getting up off tables and it's strewn with filth. But they would be the first ones, if they came into that place and couldn't find a place to sit, to have a meal, to say, oh, look at this rubbish here. But they're the ones that leave the rubbish. Isn't it? I mean, we all see it. This is the state of the day and age we're living in. Nobody, so to speak, has any time for anybody. It's all self. And being so, the first casualty of war is truth. Truth in the life. Truth that says, I am a simple human being. I have been created by God. I am to serve my Maker. That's the first casualty of war. Out the window. Being out the window, what does the vacuum? What takes up that vacuum? What gets sucked in? Self. Narcissism. We take the whole of this and we see the signs of the times. You see, when Israel, Jerusalem as a whole, the city, Christ said to it that the end is nigh. Look at the signs of the times. And the people didn't. They just carried on. Carried on regardless. In the fields, marriage, just carried on. But all of a sudden, imperial Roman armies of all nations were sitting outside the gates. And then destruction. The end of political Israel. We're sitting in a day and age now. It may be 10 years on, maybe 20 years on. But it has begun. It has begun. Time is drawing to a close. That is completely, absolutely evident. God has sent a huge delusion into this world, and this world has been gone towards it with all these fake news stories. We've now got global warming, that's a fake news story. That replaced CND, didn't it? Hasn't it? Remember CND? Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament? How that was the fear of the day? Oh, yeah. Hey? Of the 70s, 80s. And then all of a sudden, it disappeared, didn't it? Where did that go? Where did Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament go? And all of a sudden, we got global warming. Another fear. But then again, you say, well, I'm asking the question, but I'm not getting the answer. Where did CND go? We've still got nukes. Somebody could press a red button and go bang and blow the world up. And so why isn't CND still campaigning then to get rid of nuclear arsenal? Questions, you see. Questions. How was it that global warming came along to take its place? There was no gap. CND disappeared. Global warming took its place. In fact, global warming was being set up in the midst of CND. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, when this global warming, another delusion from God, has run its course, what's the next one? What's the next strong delusion? The invasion of teddy bears? Eh? I notice they are the world system. Governments are, in particular, the American government and British government are trying, well, they are doing, sorry, not trying, they are putting forward this alien invasion thing. Gradually they're doing this. Okay. So maybe that's the next one. Giant teddy bears in alien spaceships coming to Earth to cuddle everybody to death. Whatever. But we are coming to a close. We're coming to it. The Armenians have said the end is nigh for years and years and years. They've done this so as to lull people into a sense of false security, because like JWs, it never happens. But firstly, of course, they do it, first and foremost, to try and frighten people into nominal Christianity. The Christianity that they have. Right. It's not the Christianity that we have. Theirs is nominal, theirs is fleshly, theirs is self-destruction on the broad road of a profession of Christ. We that are genuine Christians are genuine Christians because God has created us to be so. Created us in eternity. Let us never forget that. Arminianism attacks that. Why does Arminianism attack our standing, our position with God, our fellowship with God? That we are the children of God. Because it wants us. Not to have the confidence that we should have to be able to stand up to Arminianism and the world. You take away the foundation, and what can the people do? Take away the confidence, the foundation of confidence. That's what they're begging doing. As soon as that happens, what are you going to do? Your life becomes wishy-washy. There is strength in confidence. The righteous are as bold as a lion because they know what they know therefore have confidence in what they know, that they know that they are the children of God from eternity, and that there was a point in time, the day of their salvation, that God convicted them of sin. Boy, took them through hell, so to speak. The blackness and the darkness and the fires within the soul. Oh, that was a black night, wasn't it? Was it not? Weeping conscience, with some added to by weeping eyes. What a tribulation that was. Conviction. A rattling of the bones. The towers of pride came crashing down. Idols went to their bats in the cave. Everything went. Everything. I died. You died. To what was self and ignorance and the foolishness of this beggarly, destructive, disgusting world of sin, lies and delusion. We died to all that. We died. As Luther said, rightly said, and the scriptures he was following rightly said before him, God only saves those that die, because God kills them before he revives them. We were dead in trespasses and sins, yes. But there is this dying to self.